All right, so let's talk about. We had 50,000 is what I keep hearing, and Greg, you seem to confirm you heard the same thing.
Crowd.
Yeah, big crowd.
And we've got all kinds of footage of it. It says fans breaking through security lines early in the day. Is that what this is?
Breaking through a fence.
Yeah. So people are just we see right now.
This is not the border. This is AstroWorld.
Yeah. So I assume at this point somebody has scanned your ticket. And we're just telling you to wait till.
No, they broke the fence down to get in.
Okay, so we don't even know. This is just a free for all, right? So
it started early as a free for all, and it never pulled out.
See, at this point right here, it looks like people are getting hurt. I mean, we still got the sun up.
Yeah,
of people trying to get through this.
Yeah, it was really a bad omen for things to come.
Right. So the other one at 1C here. So we now have fans pleading for Travis Scott to stop the show because people are in danger, and so I guess
Stop the show!
All right, so are they feeling the pressure of it at this point?
I guess
we're getting pushed.
That's an incredible crowd, by the way.
Right. So, and then we've got Scott, which when the lawsuits start, this one won't. I mean, I'm sure he'll try to explain himself, but you just know how these things work. He's continuing to sing while we have an unconscious fan. But again, he may not be. When you're up there, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make
know
excuses
every
for him,
detail
but
going on.
yeah. So.
Well, that's the talent, isn't it?
I was about to say 50,000.
50 grand, 50,000 people to see that.
All right, so what in the world? Got somebody passed out out there. By the way, is that what he sounds like?
Is that what he does?
I
know every generation can't stand that next
Oh,
generation.
I got
music,
you. And we're crotchety old men now.
But
yeah.
50,000 people show up for somebody to get up there, and there's no live music, right? Nobody's playing nothing. I'm just up there with the auto tune going.
Well, I think that's the start of a song.
Well,
I doubt it.
Yeah, he gets after it at some point.
But I'm talking about right there. You
but
could
that, again, okay, but nobody's playing nothing.
Well, Greg, at that point though, what I just heard. You could tell even auto tune was going. I can't do anything with this. I'm trying to say this. I don't know where to land. Look,
anybody could do that.
Yeah. So that's fans jumping on top of police cars, and they're trying to get unconscious people out of the crowd. But here now we have Kylie Jenner is posting a video while there's an ambulance in the crowd trying to save people. So there she is up because she's got to get her post out. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, for her millions. See right there is the ambulance, and so we got problems. And understand that the end result of all this is people actually died.
Yeah.
I mean,
8 people actually.
Yeah.
And
So
the lawsuits,
many others
you've already
injured.
got a couple lawsuits. Blaming the artist for encouraging people to rush the stage. Blah blah blah.
So when you say that, was it thing like, y'all come on,
I think
or
so.
something?
Yeah, evidently encourages people to.
Yeah. So this is the one.
Evidently, it was when Drake walked out.
Yeah.
It was at that point.
Was it? So
Yeah.
That's another one that's just awesome.
Yeah, this is like people.
The crowd surged forward when Drake came out.
Well, of course, my goodness, he's finna auto-tune us to death.
He's fixing to auto-tune us. Well,
technically,
poor choice.
You know what's funny,
words.
Greg? What's funny? See, that same mentality and feeling about it was what people thought when Jimi Hendrix got up there and started messing with the guitar. They were like, "What's he doing?
Yeah,
crazy."
Yeah.
A little more. It's the same thing. Not even close.
Well, a little more. That required.
Well, the people who were purists at the time thought it was a heresy that what was going on with the
maybe we lit
electric
it on
guitar.
fire. We lit it on fire.
Yeah. Because when he was playing it, he was actually showing that he was more talented than anybody they'd seen play before. The auto tune kind of goes in the other direction.
Yeah, he actually showed that I actually can do
what
things
I mean
other
is,
people can't do.
What I mean for is a preference. It's just new, and I'm not. Yeah. But the same people back then.
I get it. Like I said,
I
get the generation.
No,
I do.
look.
It's just funny today what little talent you can have to be famous.
Right. Well, and look at all this footage here. That's when they're trying to figure it all out.
Wow, all the ambulances.
Yeah, look. I mean, that's
it's a mess.
Well, and it's just
these big concerts. They're just a target for trouble. We've had shootings. We've had You remember all that went on at Las Vegas and
right.
50,000 squeezed in a place like that, a lot can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really can.
And,
So-
and like I said, this is not something new. I mean, this
Oh
happened
no,
with the Who,
we
and,
dealt with this with
it
concerts.
It seems
before.
like we would, kind of learn that that's going to happen when you do this kind of things, and not repeat that.
I can remember, Rick, the Van Halen 1984.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Civic Center. There was no chairs. It was general admission, and I remember them. They had to keep pulling people out of the crowd. They weren't passed out yet, but they basically spent the whole time between bands rescuing people that were being mashed against the barrier.
Absolutely.
Chief
of Police, here he is speaking at a press conference after this this difficult situation. Go ahead.
Everybody in our city pray for these families, and we're gonna get through it, but we're gonna do an investigation and find out, because it's not fair to the producers, to anybody else involved, until we determine what happened, what caused the surge. We don't know, but we will find out. And is there anything criminal? We've heard rumors of people injecting some people of drugs.
Wow.
So I want to check all that out. We'll open up for questions.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's a strange deal.
that, and there's
And when he said it, the way I took it, that they were not asking for that to be done, that it was being done randomly.
Just randomly sticking people. That's good.
Here, Travis Scott, you're going to hear about how do you stop something like this, and this will be in the lawsuits too. Here's footage of Travis Scott actually stopping a concert because someone tried to steal his shoes.
We can't use this audio because once the guy takes his shoes, Travis then yells to the crowd, blank him up, blank him up.
Oh, okay.
Travis stops the show to get his shoe back, and I've been reading in 2017 in a New York City concert of Travis Scott, a man was actually paralyzed. So this is not something that Travis has learned his lesson.
And I think hadn't he paid? I mean, criminal charges had to pay people that had been injured. I think he in the past has.
Guys, I go back to this again. If you've watched it, and some of you that are younger, you can now watch it. Hulu just did one. I think somebody else did one. I don't think you're going to see any modern artists that cause more hysteria than the Beatles when they played. But we didn't have this. I mean, you see people, these people go crazy when they came out, but you didn't see this kind of stuff. Elvis, and maybe it went on and we just don't know about it. But it's, I'm trying to think of other, this is hysteria involving entertainers is not new.
No.
But people dying seems to be avoidable if things are handled the right way.
Adler, let's see if we can find some footage of that Who concert too, just to look at the difference.
Oh yeah, well that one was them trying to get in, wasn't it? From outside.
It looked more like the fence being broke down.
That's correct. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.